Well, hey, back on another one. Nice day out. It's like 55. Anyways, driving back Bert the other night from work. Ain't got no blinkers. So let's dive into why I don't have any blinkers. Could be a bulb, could be a fuse. I don't know. It was weird. Alright, so let's see. Turn that over. And that's all it does is it clicks once and then I got nothing. Doesn't even click that way. And hazards. I got hazards. So maybe that flasher's bad again. I don't know. But we got the left turn blinker on. Let's look at our lights. We ain't got it in the front. What about the back here? We ain't got it in the back. Okay. Maybe that flasher went bad. I don't know. Maybe it's got adjustments on it. I'm gonna go to the garage and grab another flasher. Okay, so there's my electrical box. Here I got flasher, a couple flashers. And I know I got another that's another flasher. I think this one is electronic flasher. I think this is the kind that we put in there. Come on, get out of there. Yeah, so this is the one that we ended up, that's in there right now that clicks once. It was working fine, no issues. I don't know. But I got these other ones to try. Let's see what they do. The biggest thing with anything like this is to just start with the simple, basic stuff. Fuse, flasher, bulbs. You know, don't just assume the worst, because 9 times out of 10, it's just something simple. Okay, so let's pull out this guy. Oh, okay. Didn't feel quite like it was pushed in there all the way. And it seems loose in there. I don't know what the hell that is, what that deal is. But let's just try the other one for right now and see what that does. So these are like that. Also, that yellow wire, we're gonna have to find a different home for it because it's for my radio and it only comes on when I turn the headlights on. Gotta find an ignition one, but we'll worry about that when we get the lights fixed. Okay. Nothing. So let's check the bulbs. We got it flashing on our hazard part. Make sure that they're working. That one's working. That one's working. That one's working. That is going to be on our flasher circuit, so we know our bulbs are good. Let's just check the back. That's good. And that one's good. So I guess now I'm going to try one of the old school or flashers. One of these metal ones, which one's a little corroded up, but it'll work, I think. I don't know. There's ones with like stripes on them and then not stripes. I think one's supposed to be for the flasher, like the hazards. The other one's supposed to be for the flasher. I don't know. We'll try them both. Okay, let's just turn that on so we have it. Maybe if we move this around. Aha. So the flasher was just in there loose. Okay. See, just always gotta start with something simple. So now I'm gonna turn on the parking lights, and it should alter the flash pattern. Yeah, so we kind of got a different flash pattern going on here. It's alternating between the side marker and whatnot. Cool. But the question is why was it loose? Why? I don't know. Plus, that one seems to be a little bit quicker than that other one. The other electronic flashers seem to be more slow and timed. Well, let me just show you. Let's go back to having that on. You can see it's flash pattern. Let's take the one that I had in there. Whoa! Yank it out. And let's put this one in. Focus. Forward focus. You can already tell it's got like a different flash pattern to it. And that's more of a regular flash. That's more like what I wanted. So now that we eliminated it, this is the flash. I pulled it back out here really quick. There's another one of those oddball ones with a stripe. Anyways, the faster flashing one is in there, and we're gonna go back with this one. We need to figure out why the pronger all of a sudden was not working right. So I'm gonna go throw these back on in my box. And we'll grab a screwdriver and try poking around with stuff. Okay, back into the electrical box you go. Over to the toolbox A, screwdrivers. What do we want? Something like that? Sure, that'll work. So a couple ways we can address this. First, you want to make sure that if your prong in there is not, you know, straight looking, or it's bent or cattywampus, so you get it, you know, straightened out with a screwdriver. You can do that. You can put a little bit of a bend on these prongs one way or the other, and that way it'll tighten them up in there. You can also take a little piece of like copper wire or some kind of a wire, and you can just jam it in there and make the area bigger, welding wire or something like that. I don't know, whatever you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten that out with a screwdriver. We'll just kind of, you know, we'll push it over one way, just a little bit. And that should tighten up what we got going on here. And maybe I went too much. No, see, shaking around and everything, it's still shut off. So we don't have a really solid connection there. All right, it feels solid in there. Let's try to bend these prongs a little bit, just a touch, not much. No. Yes. No. So we might kick it with our foot because our pedal is right here. We might knock it out of the way. Whack. Well, I'm gonna try to fish around a little bit more with the screwdriver. If that's not the case, then maybe we just got to get in there with a piece of wire and make the surface area bigger. Is that what it does? Something like that. Okay, so I got her in there. That top prong was a little bit loose, and I just bent it down, shoved it in there, and now it's, well, the ignition on here, working as it should. So the other thing is, I took that yellow wire and I put it on an ignition hot up there, and this thing is goofy. Old school radio, detachable faceplate, you know, whatever. And this was all the rage back in the day. It's actually a really good head unit, but the problem is it has a remote turn on and off, and then there's also a consistent power for it. And what I think they did is they took that yellow wire and they put it all the way to the back of this thing, wrapped them together, so ignition on and off turns it on and off. So every time you turn it on, it loses its memory and it goes into demo mode. So we're basically resetting this thing every single time we shut the truck off now. So I think what I'm going to do now is, I don't know, see if I got the little things to pull that out. We'll try to pull it out and see what kind of a cobbled up wiring mess we got going on. Well, and furthermore, the glove box, I just tried to put it back in and this thing is just kind of... So, I know I got another glove box. I don't feel like monkeying with that, and it's nice. I actually think I got another blue one somewhere, so I'm going to go find that and throw that one in for here. Kind of neat reading all the options here. Custom Deluxe two-tone paint, rooftop drip holdings, heavy-duty stabilizer, heavy-duty rear springs, engine oil cooler, V8 454, heavy-duty brakes, 61 amp, alternator, 40-gallon fuel tank. Holy crap. That's nuts. But what is even more nuts about that Suburban, I had the original owner's manual for this thing. Pretty dang neat. And it's clean, not chewed up, not really yellowing, it's not really brittle. So someone took care of this thing a lot. Ooh. You need to read up on the fuel. Low lead, unleaded. Things to know about it. Fuels at least 91 octane. Huh. Yeah, well, that ain't happening. Anyways, I got a mission control system thing too, and then maintenance schedule. So, pretty damn complete. Alright, let's go for parts corner. Hopefully don't fall. Yeah, it's nice and dark up here. Where's my light at? Oh, it's over here. That's right. No. Oh, no one's home. Yep. Grill, sliding window, quarter glass, poverty caps, lots of them. Oh, headliner stuff, more junk, more junk, more junk. Let's dig through that junk and see if we can find a glove box door. Water pump for power tours, so I gotta go through that. Set of headers, another water pump for the Montella. Look at that one here at some point. Busted Denali headlight, inner for Angus. My old Denali grill, because I got into an accident. I was gonna park that. Some seats. Where, oh where? These glove box doors. I know they're up here. They're probably with all these interior parts over here. Alright. So I got that. That, by the way, is the original spare tire cover for the Impala. I just don't like it, so it's up here. Okay. We got visors, bezels, headlights, rearview mirror. Ah, right here. Face. The one that I was thinking. Smaller, it's blue. Does it work? I think so. I think that'll work. Taillights. There's another one though. That's more modern. That's like, I don't know. I swear I had another one somewhere. Well, is what it is, I guess, at this point. Maybe I sent it with bits and pieces. I don't know. Probably didn't. Or is that it right there? That's it right there. Come on. Yeah. Okay. That one's more of the color. That's the one I was actually thinking of. It's even got a good bottom piece. It's got the bigger box. It's more period correct. Well, let's use that one. I like that one better. We'll save you for something else. Well, I'm gonna have to grab the ovals off. I thought I removed it. And then we can re-put this one on. Anyways, so I'm gonna move over to pulling that radio out. Hang on to these things when you get them in stereos, because they come in a pinch for prying out the radios. Usually it doesn't matter what brand or whatever, they're all about relatively the same. And you can just kind of jam them in there. You got one on each side. Should have one over here. Do we? Yeah. Come on. Oh, it's down here. Come on. Come on. So you get one on each side, and usually you can kind of just, you know, maybe take the faceplate off. Maybe you need, I don't know. Maybe take the faceplate off, maybe do whatever. I don't know. But you just work at it, and then you can kind of just get the thing freed up to come out. Okay? Sorry, all my camera angles are bad. I don't really have my tripod. All right. So those are in there. Just kind of ink it out a little bit. Something like that. Whew. Oh, dirty. All right. Now, if I'm looking at all this stuff, negative ground, blah, 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 blah. I think the blue wire is like for an amp. Turn the amp on and off. Those are all the purples and the grays and the greens. The ones that are paired with a black stripe, those are speaker wires. This black one's a ground. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that this yellow one is our yellow one that we had hooked up down there. Maybe? I just, where does this one go to? Does that go to, that goes over here. Where, what? I don't, does that just turn on and off? Yep. If we unplug it, are we gonna get power to that thing now too? Yeah, we do. Maybe I put that one in. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. That's something I would have done when I was younger, but not really now. I don't know. I just don't know where that one goes. That goes up. Why? Alright. That's when Google's nice. Alright, so as I'm looking here, this yellow wire is supposed to be like a constant, hot all the time. Or maybe that one, this one right here. This is supposed to be ignition wire, red, to come on with the ignition. I think they're backwards. I think this yellow wire is our yellow wire under here that we've been trying to hook up to ignition. And maybe this one's hot all the time. I think I'm going to probe there, and we'll see what kind of power we have for it, for this wire, if this is a power coming in. Because if it is, I don't know. Multimeter set to 12 V's. All right. Are you going to touch anything in there? Yep. Flies. All right. Well, we got something. Okay, what about when we go like this? Okay. So that is our problem, is we got 2 ignition wires set up for our power for this. Where that one goes, I don't know. Oh, Schwann's guy waving at me. So where that goes, I don't know. This yellow one, that's the one that needs to be constant. This one's already set up for ignition, so okay. I'm gonna do a continuity test and see if this yellow wire is actually our yellow wire underneath the dash. If you guys don't remember continuity tests, that's when you set your multimeter, the horseshoe doodad. You can see it's got a 1 on there. Well, you connect the circuit and it goes crazy. It makes like funny numbers. That just means everything's connected. So to make sure that wire is the same as the one that's under there, I'm going to put the probe in on this side, and then I'm going to probe it underneath, and then if my thing goes like this on the screen, that means it's the same wire. Then that means it's all we got to do is find a hot source for that wire, and then our radio is fine. Okay? So much involved. All right, so we'll go like that, plugged into there. All right. Can you see it? I don't know. Can you see it? Let's back probe it right here. Oh, would you look at that? It is. Huh. Shocking. Okay. Whew. Speaking of shocking, felt a little shock there. So what does that mean? Well, that means we can just go like this and ignore that we pulled it out, but we did figure out that it is in fact, you know, yellow wire for yellow wire, red wire for some random ass wires somewhere over there. Ignition, sure. And we just got to find, for this wire dangling down here, a hot source. Consistent all the time. Let's poke around in the fuse box there. Gonna set the multimeter back to the car mode. And we will start just poking and prodding until we find 12 V's all the time. I just pulled a continuity test on the ground of the vehicle just to make sure I got a good ground here. Shut up. Okay. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Radio there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing on the accessory traffic. Wow. These hazards have it. Stoplights. That has it. That one is hot. That one is not. That one's not. So it looks like we got a bunch of ignition power off of this block. And now I'm kind of starting to see why things are the way things are. Okay, that's what, I guess for the sake of oh, I kind of just crammed it on the side of the fuse there. Let me show you that. So those top three are the only ones that I'm getting power off of all the time. So I just kind of crammed it into the side for right now. You know, permanent, temporary, permanent. Well, let's see what our good old boombox does now that we put our anti-theft plate back on there. Turn it on. Source. Okay. Stand by. Doing the thing. Shut the key off. We should come back to the radio there. Okay. Perfect. I guess for now that'll work. I mean, my other option is you can see my Bluetooth speaker that I've been having up there. That's been working out fine, but it's kind of nice to have a little bit more volumes when you're in a rattle box, right? Right. Just when you think it's a 7mm, nope. What size is it? 1/4 inch on a 1/4 inch. Okay. I'm gonna install this glove box and wrap this one up. One perfectly matching, can't even tell the difference. Glove box installed. So that's gonna wrap this one up on my 1974 GMC Suburban big block 454. I have to go to work. I'd probably do a lot more stuff to it and sit here and tinker around with it and show you guys how to do stuff and learn as I go along, but you know, little pesky 4-letter word of work, you know, kind of ruins stuff. However, if you guys like the channel, would like me to not work anymore and help grow things, so at some point in my career I could probably just do all this crazy stuff all the time, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, like it or not, I don't know, it's up to you. Tell me what you think below. See you guys in the next one.